Hello, I'm Erin Kane, the proud superintendent of Douglas County School District, and I'm excited to be here today as part of our One Book, One District initiative to read To See an Owl by Matthew Cordell. So let's get started. For as long as I can remember, I have thought about owls. I have dreamed about owls. Perfectly stout, large, round eyes, silent, knowing faces, birds of the night. My teacher this year, Mr. Koji, is a birder. He was a birder even when he was my age. Mr. Koji shows lots of pictures and tells us all about the birds he has studied in his life. He shows us a map he made when he was a boy, a map with locations of the birds he saw, woodpeckers, warblers, cranes, even owls, his favorite. Owls are quiet, explains Mr. Koji. Hidden creatures of the night. To see an owl can be very difficult. To see an owl is magic. I'm a birder too. Me and Mama look together. We go birding together. But Mama doesn't look for birds the way I do. I am serious. I have tried to see an owl, any owl, but owls are not easy to see because owls do not want to be seen. Birds of the night, hunters in the dark, in the day, hidden well from enemies and predators, hidden from humans. You have to look extra carefully, Mr. Koji explains to the class. He tells us how to look for signs of owls and where they might sleep in trees. He talks about owl pellets and whitewash. I start an owl journal to organize facts and findings. Here's her owl journal. You have to listen very carefully, Mr. Koji tells us. He plays some recordings of different owl calls one might hear in the woods. Sometimes you have to wait a long time to hear an owl. Sometimes an owl might be calling from far away. You must be quiet. You must be patient. Here she's categorized all of the owl sounds. I look and look in the woods, deep in the trees, at sunrise, at dusk. I see no pellets, no whitewash. I see no owls. In the woods at night, I listen for owls calling. As the moon shines and the other birds go quiet, I hear the deer and the raccoons come out to eat. I even hear coyotes, but I hear no owls. I read about owls and watch special programs about owls. I learn about different species of owls, about their migration patterns, where they live and nest, and at what times of year. Beyond the woods, me and Mama drive to open prairies to look for short-eared owls. We drive to the beach to look for snowy owls. We even drive to a cemetery to look for screech owls and saw-whet owls. Mama is not excited about birding in a cemetery. Days pass. Months go by. I see no owls. At school, we are asked to bring something personal to share, something special. I bring my owl journal and map of the woods. I tell the class about the things I have learned and the places I have visited, but still I have seen no owls. Perfectly stout, large round eyes, silent knowing faces, birds of the night. When the rest of the class goes off to recess, Mr. Koji asks to look closer at my owl drawings. He looks at my map that's like his. He turns it around and looks it over very carefully. "This is incredible, Janie," Mr. Koji says. "Your map is wonderful. I've spent many years walking these woods looking for owls. In fact, just this winter, I found a pair of great horned owls roosting in this section of pine trees. They are very well hidden and very hard to find. But it might be worth a try. As I gather up my drawings, I think about those trees. I've searched them before, but not since autumn. When I get home from school, all I can think about is the great horned owls. A new snow is falling. Mama really doesn't want to go out. But I have to know if after all this time, could it be magic? Where will I find you? Where could you be? What will it take? Who, 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 who? To see an owl. Perfectly stout, large round eyes, silent knowing faces, birds of the night. Magic. The end. Thank you for listening to this reading of To See an Owl by Matthew Cordell in celebration of One Book, One District here in Douglas County Schools.